Hey, Jero here. Today I'm showing you my drawing of a video game character named Juliet Starling. She's from a game called LOLLIPOP Chainsaw. LOLLIPOP Chainsaw RePOP just came out, so we thought about drawing her. So as you can see, I started it off with the head, and then now her arms, and a little bit of her torso here, and she's a cheerleader, so she's got a skirt. So, by the way, I sped this up 5 times, so the video won't be long. So now I'm onto her shoe here, and then the other leg, as I've drawn the other one, and then the other shoe, and then back to the head here. So she's wearing pigtails, so you'll see later I'll be drawing some scrunchies. And then she's got some bangs as well. Yeah, that's scrunchy 1, and then that's scrunchy 2. And then her head is a little bit down because she's in a motion where she's kind of running, and then she's looking down a little bit. So that's the reason why her pigtails are up. So some erasure there. Another erasure. And then onto her eyebrows here. Eyebrow 1, eyebrow 2. And then a little bit of the nose, just the vertical line pretty much. And then her eyes here. And then her lips. Now her chin, and then I'm not happy with all that, so erasure, more of it. Yeah, so this side of the face I kind of seem to struggle with, so that's why I keep redoing it. And yeah, some more erasure, because yeah, that's a normal thing anyway. Like as an artist, like you. If you're not happy with it, obviously you've got to redo it. Just keep redoing it as long as you're happy with it. I guess some people might see this as looking okay the first time, but I guess like to the artist it may not be okay, But obviously it's still the artist's call because obviously it's the artist that's doing the work. So just thickening the lines here on the face here and the hair. And then some more erasure at the top. I'm trying to align that ear with the other ear, because you want to make things look proportional, and obviously that's what you have to do, because I don't use rulers. And then some more erasure, yeah. The bottom of the face doesn't seem to look right, so gotta redo it again. Yeah, it's a lot of redoing pretty much. But yeah, it's the face that I usually struggle with, so bear with me on this one. Like it's just something I'm not satisfied with, like all the time. Like every single time I draw a face, like I'm not always satisfied with it. Like there are times when I end up like having to redo the whole thing. But yeah, for this one, I mean, thankfully I haven't really had the thought of redoing it, but yeah, I guess just I like redoing the whole thing. I mean, obviously I've done a lot of redoing, but not the entire thing. Like what I mean by that is trashing my work and starting all over on a new page out of frustration. That does tend to happen with me sometimes. But yeah, thankfully for this one, no. I didn't have to do that. Yeah, so I'm working on scrunchy one here. And then the top of the head, you know, just kind of looks funky, so more adjustments there. I know other artists, like, I guess, like, when they draw something, like, the moment they start doing it, like, they don't really want to kind of go back on anything, which is good, actually, but that's just not the way I am. I always go back, you know, like, even if I feel like I'm already done, like, I still go back to it. I'm like, oh no, looks like I missed something here, but I feel like, you know, that's just the nature of things, like, when it comes to drawing, you know? I guess, like, at least in my case. So yeah, I cut a lot of parts on this one as well, just to make the video shorter. Yeah, because especially like when every time you erase something, obviously, like, that also kind of takes time, you know. So I cut the parts out where I have to pick up my eraser, then I have to pick up my pencil again, things like that. I'm trying to spare you guys here. Alright, now I'm working on something that's not the face, or not the head, which is progress. But, of course, I gotta add some more hair, because I missed some hair here. And obviously, it's also up to the artist, like, if they want to add some more stuff, you know. In my case, I just want to make sure that the face looks right. So this is her top that I'm working on here. And then some more erasure there. I was actually thinking about cutting those parts out as well, but I didn't, because I kind of wanted to show the whole process. And then now this is her arm. And then her top, some more adjustments here and there. And then now the other arm. So as I said earlier, this is from a video game called LOLLIPOP Chainsaw. So she's holding a chainsaw here, as you will see later on. And then some more work here, just on the stomach, and then the skirt, the top of the skirt. And then her elbow. Trying to make sure that the alignments are correct. And then her belt. And I'm also pretty delicate when I draw, because that's just my nature, I guess. I know other artists, they kind of don't really care. It's like they don't care if they make mistakes here and there, as long as they can get it done, I believe. But of course, I'm not really trying to say that that's the way to go. It's really all up to you. And so this is her wristband one, because she's wearing 2 wristbands. So this is some part of the chainsaw. Some part of the chainsaw that she's grabbing. So there's going to be a lot of work on the chainsaw here, so. Sometimes if you feel like you're stuck on something, you don't really have to focus on it, you know, like just through and through. Like you can also kind of look back on the other parts you were drawing, as I'm doing right here, because I was drawing the chainsaw earlier, but now I moved on to the skirt. And then now this is her other hand. I wasn't happy with that, so I had to, you know, erase some. And then erase some more, obviously. That's pretty much the name of the game. Drawing and erasing, drawing and erasing. Then yeah, some more work on the hand here. Just trying to make sure that things look right before I thicken the lines. But I'm actually using an H pencil here, so it's easier to erase it. More work on her top. And then the other wristband. And then, yeah, some work there on the arms, and then now back to the wristband. And then back to the skirt here. I kind of just, I guess, like cycle through all of that. Like you don't really have to kind of focus on one thing, as I said earlier, through and through. Because there may be some other parts that, you know, will not look right. And I'm sure about that. Unless you're a very experienced one. Or maybe if you just don't care, pretty much. Yeah, I'm doing a lot of scanning whenever I draw. Like, I don't really just try to focus on one thing. Especially in this case, I'm drawing a full body, and she's also holding an object here. And then, yeah, I'm back to the chainsaw here. Sounds like a movie. Back to the chainsaw. And then her leg here. As you can see, I wasn't happy with all that. I had to redo the legs. And then her sock here. And then her shoe. So yeah, as you begin your drawing, like normally you just try to draw random shapes. At least that's what I do. And then later on you can make adjustments here and there. Yeah, that's the way I roll, because I think it's better to do it that way instead of, you know, like let's say if you want to draw full body and then you try to draw the face and then you just kind of get stuck on that. And then later on you realize, oh no, looks like I haven't drawn these other parts. And then you realize too that you have to make adjustments on the face, so you're just gonna end up, getting stuck, and you may not even be able to finish your work. So I think it's important, like whenever you're drawing like something like on a larger scale, like in this case I'm drawing a full body, like it's much better if you actually just try to draw like random shapes and try to get things together so that you can at least scan and then see like what you did wrong on some parts and make the proper adjustments here and there. But it seems that I'm doing well right here. I basically just have to thicken some lines here and there, and I also just need to add some more detail. Yeah, some more work on the top, on her top. Try to draw some of the patterns, yeah, from her top. And then some detail on the arm. Some more detail on the other arm, and then thicken the lines. And then thicken the hand. And then draw the belt loops. And then add some more detail on the skirt. And then work on the other hand here. And then some more work on the chainsaw. There's definitely going to be some more work on the chainsaw here. I've also been trying to challenge myself lately, like when it comes to like drawing different poses and drawing objects. Having the character, hold some objects and stuff like that. I'm trying to finish up the chainsaw here so I can work on the other parts. Yeah, as you can see, I'm trying to be more delicate here because I guess I'm at a point where I just don't want to make any mistakes. Because I feel like I don't want to have to erase anymore. And then add some more pattern here on the skirt. Try to draw those triangles. And then some more detail. And just thicken the lines on the leg. And then the other leg. And then the shoe. And then add the laces. And then work on the other side. Just a little bit of erasure here, and then Try to add some more detail to this shoe, and then add the laces. And now onto coloring, which is pretty fun actually. So I'm using a light brown pencil here for the skin. I'm coloring lightly because I don't want to force it. I don't want to force the issue because, you know, her skin is not brown. So I'm basically doing the flat colors here. And then now onto her hair. I'm using a shade of yellow here. And then now a shade of violet for the scrunchie. Trying to color lightly as well because her scrunchies actually have some pattern. And then the same thing with her top. I'm using the same color. It's got patterns as well, so I'm not coloring the whole thing. And then the same thing with the skirt. I'm not trying to color the entire top violet and the entire skirt violet because of the patterns. Yeah, they have different colors. And then the wristbands as well. It's a uniform, so she's a cheerleader, so she's got to have pretty much, you know, like the same set of colors. Yeah, the same thing with her shoes. And then I'm using a different shade of yellow here for the patterns of the clothes. And then the belt. Yeah, these are just the flat colors. I'm going to be blending some colors later for the shading. So this is, I believe, neon pink, and then this is like pretty much black. It's called obsidian. And then there's some red, and then some blue for her eyes. And then for her eyebrows, it's the same light color that I was using earlier for her skin, light brown color. And then now I'm darkening her eyes. Yeah, the movement is way too fast here because of the editing that I did. So it's going to be hard to keep up with which color pencil I'm currently holding. And yeah, I'm doing some shading here. Darkening her eyes some more, and then trying to darken the sides of her face and then the hair, and then add some pink there on her face, on her cheeks. Yeah, it's really hard to keep up here, but yeah, so I'm doing the shading here. Pretty much trying to add some depth here. And this is a darker brown color. It's called dark chocolate. And then back to the obsidian color that I mentioned earlier. It's actually my go-to colored pencil whenever I'm, pretty much just adding the finishing touches. Because I feel like it's very versatile. I feel like black goes with anything, pretty much. But obviously I'm using other colors as well, just to make sure that there are different colors, it's not just, one thing. Because I feel like if you drown the whole thing with black, it's pretty much going to wipe out the other colors, and you don't want that. Yeah, I hope you can follow the movements here. That's a lot of different colored pencils you're seeing there. Right, obsidian, and then a shade of violet. Trying to darken it some more. Alright, so yeah, I'm using obsidian again just to, kind of add more depth to this. There's going to be some more shading on the chainsaw, because it kind of looks bland, like if you don't darken it. Then some more pink. Some more red. More yellow. And then this color is actually, I forgot exactly which color I used for that, but I guess I'm going to look back on it later. Yeah, some more work on the chainsaw here, and then some work on the face. Eyes, the hair. I'm working on the shading some more here, and I'm using the same color, the obsidian color that I mentioned earlier. I'm pretty much just, putting the finishing touches to the shading here. Trying to go as dark as I can to add more depth. And now I'm working on the shadow here. So as I conclude this video, I'm curious to know what you all think. Like what you see, hate what you see, tell me all about it in the comments, and I'll catch you all on the flip side.